Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Yesterday was the last Thursday of this Parliament, and it means that it was, sadly for me, and I hope for you, the last Thursday in which we got up and saw the Penny and Deirdre show. And I've got to say, it was an excellent end. It truly was. For 18 months now, these two have been at it every Thursday, more or less, other than breaks, obviously. But they've been up there every Thursday, having a go at each other. And most times, Penny wins. Deirdre's a good sort. She does it every week. She knows she's getting her ass handed to her, but she's there and she takes it. And then she comes back the following week. And it is excellent. Well, it's been an excellent end, is what I'm going to say as well, because it did end well. And I'm going to say that I think Deirdre won the last one, and I think that's nice. But what you'll see when we go through this is that it ended very friendly, and that I think was nice. You've had all this rivalry. You don't know if either of them, or will be back. Could be that both of them will be out at the next election. Highly possible, I think. So I think that there was a lot of fondness, I think, for each other today. I don't know what the female term for a bromance is, but whatever it is, I'm pretty sure that these two are having that sort of female bromance kind of thing. They're obviously bitter enemies within the chamber because of the politics, but I get the impression outside that they're chums, they respect each other, they like each other, and they've certainly, for us, been entertaining. So we're going to have a look here at today's offering, and I think you'll agree, hopefully you'll agree, you don't have to, not obliged, that today, I think, for the last time, and it was Brocky who won it. Deirdre Brock won today, but it was a good finish. So let's go through, and I have to read this because it's so long, but you have to bear with me. So it's midday comes, and you have the the business questions come up. And so Deidre gets up and she asks the first question, which was about the infected blood. Then she asked her supplemental. So she gets up and she says, given the general reluctance to talk about Brexit chaos, perhaps we could ask for a statement tomorrow on the legacy of 14 years of Tory chaos as this government stutters to its final end. She said, what a list to choose from, she said. English rivers, so filthy, the chief medical officer warns people not even to paddle in them. Or the endless strikes in the NHS, with nurses using food banks to feed their families. National debt at over £2 trillion. The highest personal tax burdens since 1948. Mortgages that have doubled or even tripled virtually overnight, thanks to Tory incompetence, she said. She went on. We could debate alternatives, but with Labour meekly accepting £18 billion in public service cuts, junking its £28 billion green spending promise, and carrying on with the Brexit chaos, you won't find changes on the Labour benches come July the 5th. She said, if this place ever looked to Scotland for inspiration instead, I could happily discuss, for example, the benefits of having a water service owned by the people and where the profits aren't flying into the hands of shareholders, unlike the wind turbines out in the sea, which is another matter. The Scottish NHS, where there are no strikes and massive waiting times. Or a government that protects its citizens and mitigates against the cost of living crisis by putting taxes up. Anyway, she said, I've only just scratched the surface. She says, but I am aware that I am time limited, just like this government. Swing. Like that. She said, so lastly, may I pay a genuine tribute to the enormous help Miss Mordaunt has been to the cause of Scottish independence and wish her very well in her next career, whatever that shall be. Oh, very good, Deirdre. Very good. And for that, you win today. Penny did get up and she did respond, of course, but that was a zinger. Miss Mordaunt replied, "It's going to be a fun 6 weeks, I think." And then she paid tribute to Miss Brock, who she claimed to admire greatly. Well, I think we've seen that. I think we can undoubtedly say that she's admired her for a long time. She said, rather like Monty Python's Black Knight, she returns every week with no discernible loss of enthusiasm, threatening to bite me legs off. And her resilience in the midst of the implosion of her own party has been impressive. And if I may gently say to her, I think that's a rather British quality. She says, I don't know what she says about the cause of independence. I think the polls say that it's losing considerable support. But I have to say our weekly exchanges have certainly gone down well with the Scottish Unionist contingent, and what they will do, given that this will be our last exchange, I do not know. I know, and I'm going to miss the exchanges as well. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will. It's been so entertaining. Conservative former leader Ian Duncan-Smith went on to tell Miss Mordaunt, I am very saddened to find that I wasn't asked to be a member of the hairdressing club. Of course, if you know IDS, he's barely a hair in his head. But it is just one of those things where they finally got down to the very last day, effectively for them. I mean, I know it goes on a few more days early next week. They do the wash up and they get some things through. I hear that they've actually dropped the smoking thing. We're going to ban smoking from anyone born after 2009. They've dropped that. They can't get that through. And I'm hoping to God they drop the WHO bill. Because at that point, if that doesn't go through, they put that through, it means you have the WHO in the time of a pandemic will run this country. We have no say whatsoever. We can't vote them in. We can't vote them out. Dictatorship. And that cannot be allowed to stand. So hopefully that won't go through. And we have to wait and see. But that's where we are. We're finally there. The final episode, because like I say, there's no guarantee Penny will be there. There's no guarantee Deirdre will be there. And even if both of them are, there's no guarantee they'll have the same jobs. So, yeah, that's it. The show's over, folks. It was good while it lasted. But as they say, all good things eventually come to an end. And that has. And I'm sad. Thank you very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment. Please share the video. I will speak to you later. Thanks a lot. Bye.